Speaking of protecting information, your credit card numbers could be stolen without you even using your credit card.
Crooks are using high-tech scanning devices to grab your personal information as they walk right by you. Channel 4 investigates. Jim Piggott has been looking into these 21st century pickpockets and shows us who's most at risk and how you can protect yourself.
Watch this. These people in a mall have no idea their credit card information is being stolen, all at the same time, just by someone walking right by them. Luckily this time it wasn't taken by a thief, but a security expert with the National Crime Stop program.
They call it pocket surfing, electronic pickpocketing, crowd hacking.
How's it happening? Chris Gilpin says it's something as simple as this scanner and a device to boost the power, all available online. It's the same type of technology that allows you to wave a credit card at a store with a chip like this on it and not input any other information.
So this chip has all that information stored right there on your card. But a crook could come along with a backpack like this, have a scanner inside. It's just not safe. You might as well go ahead and post everything on a sign like this for everyone to see. Your name, the account number, and the expiration date.
How fast does it work? In 15 minutes while walking through this Houston mall, Gilpin was able to snatch up credit card numbers from 39 people. Now, we're only showing the last 4 digits, but the crooks get it all: accounts, codes, and PIN numbers. He had the same results at other malls and airports and proves it can happen here.
Noon, downtown Jacksonville, you're going to see hundreds of people walking, down by Riverwalk, and that's a great opportunity for a criminal to go ahead and load up and start scanning the crowd.
Gilpin came to our studios to show us what he found and how to protect yourself. The Attorney General's office has asked him to stop doing the demonstration at malls because it's actually a felony to take that information without people's knowledge. Gilpin says the problem is these types of credit and debit cards with RFID chips. You may notice them by this symbol on the front or back of the card.
It's very convenient, very fast. However, it is a basic encryption and it can be bypassed.
If it's that simple, why are these cards allowed? We first checked with the Better Business Bureau of Northeast Florida. Tom Stevens says he's aware of the electronic thieves and says banks are as well.
It's going to lead to ID theft is what it's going to lead to.
We went to one of the biggest card processors in the country. The headquarters of FIS is located right here in Jacksonville. They not only process payments, but they make the cards, some that have the RFID chips. So I asked them, why have them if they're so vulnerable?
The most important thing for us is convenience to the consumer. So we want to make it easier for you to use your card, easier for you to have a frictionless transaction when you're at the retailer. So those speed passes a lot of times make it very convenient. It's not intended to be vulnerable, certainly by any stretch of the imagination, and it's not as easy as just getting the card number. You really have to be a criminal to take a card number and turn it into a card and then go out and use it as the other person and turn that into money.
But for safety, Chris Gilpin is pushing a device that he invented. It's called the SignalVault, a card he developed that actually blocks those signals from being sent out and picked up by crooks. Now, he showed us how it works. This chip card beeps, meaning it's been picked up by the scanner. But when the card is placed near the SignalVault, voila, no beep, no numbers, and no theft.
It's jamming this device, and we think it's a high-tech approach to a high-tech problem, and I think that's what we need, because there are millions of these cards in the U.S. right now.
So to protect yourself from these high-tech pickpockets, Gilpin is selling the SignalVault online. But he also says there's something else you can do if you don't want to fork out the $15 for this. Just cover your credit cards with tinfoil like this. This might look ugly, but it blocks that signal, and Gilpin says it does work. Jim Piggott, Channel 4, the local station.